Hi, this is Lisa Love to Crochet and Knit. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this googly-eyed lollipop. And it's got googly eyes that light up. I don't know if you can see it very well with the lights. And let's go over what you're going to need first. You're going to need a gem if you want to put a gem in the middle. Whatever size you choose, big or small, it doesn't matter. Just a little gem. A pair of scissors. A tapestry needle, a crochet hook, a size H, hot glue and a hot glue gun, and if you want a magnet or a keychain ring or a pin or none of the above to put on the lollipop, it's really up to your choosing. And then the googly eyes, of course, and they are larger than the other ones that I normally use. So, and they light up. I don't know if you can see, but they light up. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but I bought them a while ago, or how many I got in the box. But anyway, so I purchased mine off Amazon along with my key rings and my pins, and I don't remember where I got the magnets from. And then you're going to need some yarn. Green, I'm going to use green that's called Limelight as the color. And I love this yarn. And then I couldn't tell you the color or anything because I lost the little package for this one. But it's a really pretty pink. And I couldn't even tell you where I purchased it from. So let's get started. You're going to start let's start with green, and we're just going to make a slip knot, and then I'm going to pull it tight on my crochet hook like so, and I'm going to chain 44. Now if you want to make it bigger, you can do less, or I mean, if you want to make it bigger, you can do more stitches, or if you want it smaller, you can do fewer stitches. But I'm just going to pull some yarn here. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to chain, I'm going to chain 44. So I'm just going to keep chaining until I hit 44 and I'll come back. Okay, so I've reached my 44 chains, and now I'm just going to single crochet in the second chain from hook. Oops, let me get closer so you can see what I'm doing. So I've chained my 44, and I'm just going to go in the second chain from hook with a single crochet. And then I'm just going to put a single crochet in each stitch all the way back. But I'm going to stop at 13 stitches from the end. So I'm going to continue to do that, and then I'll come back when I hit where I need to go, the 13th stitch. Okay, so I've hit my 13th stitch, or this is my 13th stitch right here, so from the end. So I've single crocheted in each of these stitches all the way, leaving 13 stitches unworked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my googly eyes, and I'm going to put them upside down and the eyes facing away from me, and I'm going to go a single crochet in that next stitch and around the googly eyes, and I'm going to pull it a little tight here, and then the next one I'm going to do another single crochet in the next stitch. So I insert my hook into the next stitch and then around the googly eyes, and then I'm going to do the same thing in the next. Insert my hook in the next stitch and around the googly eyes. And then this is the next one. There's 4 of them going to be worked around the googly eyes. Whoops. just like so. And then I'm just going to work regular single crochet the rest of the way to the end of the chain. Okay, so I've completed the rest of that row. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to single crochet. So I've turned my work, and I'm going to crochet all the way back down to the googly eyes, and I'm going to stop and I'll show you. So I'm just going to do a simple single crochet until I've reached the eyes. So I just continue to do that. You're just working them as normal. And I'll come back when I'm there. Okay, so I've single crocheted up to the googly eyes, you can see. Just a simple single crochet up to the googly eyes. And there's one stitch right in front of the googly eyes. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lift up the googly eyes. And what I do is, it's hard to see, but okay. So I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch in front of the googly eyes that I want to work next. So I'm just going to lift up my stitch for a single crochet, lift the googly eyes, and then reach my hook in between and grab that yarn to pull to finish my stitch. And then now I'm going to work the one in between with just a simple single crochet. You're just going to work it in between. It's a little fidgety. And so now I'm to the next stitch, and it's in front of the other googly eyes. So I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch, and it's going to be a little, tedious to work around it. So then I'm going to pull a loop and pull it around the googly eyes like I did the other one, and just pull it a little taut. So then I've worked all those stitches, those 2 stitches around the googly eyes, and it holds the googly eyes up. And then in the next stitch, you're just going to work a regular single crochet and pull it. Make sure you pull it tight so there's not a gap, because it is, and then you just continue single crochet all the way down as you normally would. Just continue to go down to the end, and I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so I've single crocheted all the way down to the end, and I'm just going to chain 1. I'm going to cut my working yarn. And so the green is all done, and this is what it looks like. It's just a long strip of single crochets. Here, you can see the whole thing. So this is what you have when you've completed those are 2 rows. And so now we're going to start with the pink. So now what I'm going to do is I start with a slip knot on my crochet hook, and I'm going to find the end that I just get closer. Find the end that I just finished and put a knot in, and I'm going to start there. I'm sure it doesn't make a difference in where you start. You could probably crochet at the bottom part, probably have the same effect. But I'm just going to continue to crochet a single crochet in each stitch all the way down. And I'm crocheting over my ends so I have less weaving in later. Just putting a single crochet all the way down. And you're just gonna work these as normally back here. So I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so I've reached the googly eyes, and I'm just going to work them as normal. Just one single crochet in each of those stitches. You're just working behind them. Oops. Just like so. So I'm just going to continue to work to the end, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've reached the end of that row, and I'm just going to put a chain 1, and then I'm going to turn my work, and then I'm just going to put a single crochet, 1 in each stitch all the way back until I've completed that row as well. So when I'm completed this row, I'll come back. Okay, so I've completed that row except for one last stitch, and I've single crocheted all the way back, and I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to leave a longer tail so I can stitch it together, and I'm just going to cut with that, and I'm going to pull up through that loop to make that a knot so my stitches won't get undone. Where am I at here? There we go. So there is my long chain, and I'm going to grab my tapestry needle and thread that. So this is what your let me pull back. This is what he looks like so far. So you have the 2 colors, and then you have the googly eyes, and so that's what he looks like so far. So now what I'm going to do is I'm at this end, and I've made a longer length of yarn, and I'm going to twist this or fold this together. So basically I'm going to fold this, I'm going to go make a stitch, and I'm going to fold these together and just put a little stitch. I find that I'm going to kind of fold it like this to give it a little bit of a twist, and then I'm going to go on to the next stitch. It's just a simple little, and so I'm going to go in the next stitch, and I'm going to go in that corner, because I kind of want it to twist. See what I'm doing? I'm kind of getting it. So I fold it over, and then I'm going to take the pink and put it across that green. And so I'm going to go into the next stitch, the next, both of those loops, and go into the next one on the green. And I'm going to go into the next green. I find it does, I like it better, but you can do any way you want. And then go into the next pink, and into the next green, into the next green, and into the next pink. Oops. Fold it a little more so it twists, and then you can go in that same stitch again so it stays twisted well, and then the next stitch, and we're just going to continue to do this all the way back. So it'll be twisted like this. You're just going to keep twisting it and keep stitching it. So I make sure okay, so I'm to the googly eyes. I just wanted to show you. See, it twists just like that. And I just go in the next stitch and keep going in the next stitch in the green. And you just continue to go on the same side as the yarn is coming from. And so I'm just going to continue to twist and go right along with that. So I'm going to complete this. Just going to continue, and it'll fold like that. Okay, so I'm getting near to the end. And what I'm still gonna complete everything the way I'm doing it in the next stitch. Oops. And I'm still gonna work in there just like I normally would. And then, so you don't have much more to go. And the green is going to be more on the green. Whoops. And then I just take my end and I insert it inside. No need to weave in ends if you don't have to. And then I'm just going to go in on this side and get the green. And just gonna attach those. And then, so that's all weaved in and attached. And I'm just gonna overdo a couple so I have reinforcement. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end and I'm going to pick up that pink and I'm going to make a little knot, and then I'm going to insert that knot inside. So I'm just going to weave it in and pull it through, so you're not going to be able to see it. Might take a little finessing, but it gets the job done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that yarn. Oops. And I'm just going to kind of straighten it a little bit. And then now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hot glue gun and you're going to want to start twisting. So now I'm rolling the twisted lollipop, just kind of rolling it flat. And then, so there's my lollipop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly put a little bit of glue on this end. Oh, you're going to need some pipe cleaners too. So I'm going to choose the purple and the green. I don't know if you can see them very well. Anyway, so I'm just going to, but first I'm going to start with just putting a little bit of green, a little bit of hot glue, and then I'm just going to roll it. Just a bead of hot glue so it stays. So I just do a little bit at a time and trying not to get it all over everything. And sometimes if you get extra, you can just pull it off with your scissors, is what I do. And you just gotta hold it so it stays a little bit. And then I just continue on. Working around. And just put a little hot glue and tighten it to the rest of it. You have to hold it so it stays. So I'm just going to put a little more here and just hold it until it stays. And then I'm just going to put a little more across here. And then what I do is I just kind of turn them just slightly. Turn the eyes. And then I complete the glue on the lollipop. So this one, I crocheted 48, I believe. This one I made a little bit smaller because I wanted to just show you what the smaller one looks like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pipe cleaners and I'm going to twist the end together, just the end for now. And I'm going to take a smaller crochet hook and I'm going to go into the base of my lollipop. So you know where the base is here, the very bottom. And I pull up a little loop. Whoops. And this way the pipe cleaners they know where to go. I can kind of, whoops. I pull them up with my crochet hook on the other side. You can see them right there. They're caught in that yarn. It might take a little finessing for you to get them, but you will. Okay. So then, there's sort of my lollipop. I've got to glue his end down a little bit better here. But I'm going to take the pipe cleaners, and I'm not going to make a very long tail or stick. And I'm just going to start twisting at the base. It's probably 2 inches is what I want, just to give it a little twist. And then what I do is I take my scissors and I snip. And so you're left with leftover pipe cleaner to make another lollipop if you want. And then I take my stick and I just put a little hot glue in there and I push that in there for the lollipop stick. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete this by putting a little more hot glue on the end here and holding it down. And make sure your lollipop stick is pushed up in there as far as it can go, and just hold down that glue to let it dry so it stays. It doesn't take very long. And so there's your little twisted lollipop. So you can just put it on a little keychain, and remember the lights light up. So he's cute, he's unique. You can make him a snail if you want. The choice is yours. And then don't forget, you can add your little gem to the exterior part of the lollipop. You could put a mouth on here as well. I just wanted to put a little gem. So there is your 2 little lollipops. So remember, I just crocheted a little bit longer on this one. Same crochet hook. And I pulled this one tighter longer when I was curling it. So, but there is your 2 little googly-eyed lollipops. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.